It's Wednesday, which means it's time for KETK Gives Back. They put their lives on the line to protect us, and that's why we're showing our appreciation by offering first responders around East Texas a free lunch every Wednesday. Let's now go to KETK's morning reporter Olivia Sandusky, who joins us live from Whitehouse. Good morning, Olivia.
Yeah, good morning, Cynthia. So every Wednesday we do get the joy of coming out, meeting first responders around East Texas. But not only doing that, we get to hear a few unique stories as well. And this certainly is one here at the city of Whitehouse with the fire department. You might notice that this is a black fire truck behind me. Kind of an interesting thing, maybe possibly the only one in the state of Texas. So we're going to talk to Chief Johnson here and kind of get the full story behind it. So good morning, Chief. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning. Thanks for honoring us, Olivia.
We know you're busy, but we're hoping that maybe a little lunch on this Wednesday will be a nice, break in the middle of all this humidity.
Absolutely, and the way to a fireman's heart's right through his stomach. So
perfect. Well, remind us again. You were telling me in the break a little bit. What is the story behind this black truck? Well,
it's different, and it's basically, Olivia, because we're a little bit different. We're the smallest municipal department in Smith County, and when we were in its inception in 2012 and 2013, we were doing things differently, and so we had to buy new equipment, and we actually even had to change our name, and that's when we decided to name ourselves the City of Whitehouse Fire Department. And when we did that, we came up with the acronym CAL came up, and we really embraced it. And it was one night I was reading to my daughter, and I was reading her the child's story, Ferdinand the Bull. And it just came to me, and that's when we decided to adopt the mascot as Ferdinand the Bull as our mascot. We're going to paint our apparatus blacks, and we're going to use our call sign COW on the radios. And ever since then, it's just been kind of fitting.
How fun is that? A fun story right there. And you also mentioned, not only does some of your equipment maybe look a little different, but you were mentioning like that standard that you hold your guys to here. Kind of talk a little bit about that and the camaraderie you have here.
Well, the one thing is we're a very tight-knit family here, and every fire family's tight-knit, but we're a little different here at the City of Whitehouse because we have 3 full-time firefighters and of course myself, but the rest of our entire staff is comprised of professional firefighters from around East Texas, Longview, Tyler, Jacksonville, Henderson, just to name a few. And so we've got a very eclectic bunch of firefighters, so we have a lot of different personalities, but we've got a really diverse background and expertise and knowledge, and it's been great when we were creating the fire department because it has made who we are, and we're definitely, I feel we're a very special group of men.
That's great. And really quick, we don't have a ton of time, but I know you mentioned you guys do a lot of calls. Give me that number again and kind of just talk about what it means to you guys to be just out here helping the community all the time.
Well, I think it's for any, I'll speak for any and all firemen. We don't do it for the money or the career. I think chooses us. It's a passion driven, and one of the things you ask how many calls, we run close to 1,000 calls a year in Whitehouse, and the vast majority of those are medical calls, greater than 80%, and it's something we do pride ourselves on and really trying to take care of our citizens, not only when there's a fire, but when there's a medical emergency as well.
Well, awesome. Thank you guys for all that you do. We know we only have a few of them here today because they are out already helping the community on call. So we are so glad we get to thank them, and we're also just thankful for Peter Chevrolet out there in Longview. They're the ones that make this all possible, and Peter Chevrolet has also donated $5,000. That's going to be a little drawing that we have at the end of the year after we go through thanking a department every single week. One of them gets a chance to take that money home and use it back here in the East Texas community. So just a really neat thing we get to do here with KETK. We'll send it back to you, Cynthia.